Sasha Martinengo.
Storming down the pit lane.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time on balls.co.za.
So we had a chat with Justin Tavares from the Daytona Group. This coming weekend is the very important VW Rally, which takes place, of course, down in Port Elizabeth, and a sort of home race for multiple rally champion as well as circuit racer back when he started. It is the one and only all-round brilliant guy and also super talent, Gugu Zulu. How's it, Gugu?
What's up, Sasha? How you doing, bud?
I'm very, very well, man. It's great to speak to you. Saw you a bit of Top Gear out and about there, and you must be excited for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty much excited. You know, this is the home rally for Volkswagen. We're having the Volkswagen rally happening here down in PE, and it's all about going down to the forest in Longmore, you know, and it's pretty much one of the rallies I really look forward to throughout the year.
Yeah, I can imagine. We spoke, this is the 30th VW rally as well, so I mean, this one's going to be very special.
No, certainly, as I said to you, it's really the home rally event, and so far we've been having such a brilliant season. And one wants to obviously continue the brilliant run that we've had, and also win our class at our home event. And obviously, with the big boys watching as well, it certainly would be a welcome opportunity to showcase our abilities. And hopefully, it will stand us good in the future as well as we climb the ladder in the rally fraternity.
Oh, that's for sure. Now, Gugu, what have you won 3 or 4 rally championships now?
Well, to date, I've got 3 rally national championships. That's 2 for Class A5, which was the 1400 Golf Chico that I drove a couple of years ago, as well as Class A7, which I won back in 2010. Currently, we're competing in what they call the S2000 Challenge class. So this is for the older model S2000 cars. And we also run with a handicap system whereby we only get a selection of tires. I think it's 12 tires per event, as opposed to the full-blown newer versions of S2000 who operate with, I think, 24 tires per event.
Sure.
So it's a new class to me, and so far we're leading the championship in the class comfortably after winning the class twice, as well as finishing second in the first round earlier on the season.
That's incredible, Gugu. What's the weather going to be like this coming weekend? Does that even pay any kind of effect on how you race?
No, certainly. It will certainly affect. I've just landed this morning, and man, it is cold down here in PE. It's a little bit windy, and it seems like we've got a cold front coming up, and that means a lot of wet weather coming through, heading our way. So I think it's going to be pretty much a muddy affair, a very wet race, but nonetheless, we've got 4-wheel drive, and obviously the VW engine just beating out there and giving us what we need to do, and I think we shall do fine, although it will be a mudsling out there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty difficult conditions for everybody, Gugu. Who's your main rival at this stage in your class?
Well, in my class there's a young man by the name of Wiltro Dippenaar. He's from Namibia, as well as Henk Lattergan, who basically is also a youngster from Joburg based.
Yeah.
There's also 2 other competitors who I understand are coming through and joining the class. So at the moment, I'm leading quite comfortably with a 25-point lead to Wiltro, and it will be interesting. It will be up to them to actually put out there and stick out their necks to try and catch up from a points point of view. And I think the aim for me is to go out there and just apply a bit of pressure and then try and maintain the points lead and then see as to how we do. After all, we are halfway through the season after this event, and to have a good margin, a good lead is really something that we really planned and worked hard for with Carl, my navigator, and we want to continue that streak that we've been running so well.
I was just about to say, a thinking man's racing driver. Let's consolidate the position, Gugu, which is great news. There must be a flurry of activity already in Port Elizabeth just before the rally gets going.
Yeah, well, right now I came through to Port Elizabeth a little bit early just to go down to the factory, have a look at the car and see what the guys are up to, and do final checks for the vehicle. Tomorrow morning we'll probably go out and just do a quick shakedown, and that's to make sure that everything is right and the setup for the car for the weekend. And pretty much start with the documentation come Thursday afternoon as well as Friday morning. And if people want to come through, we're just inviting them to come through to see us at the start in Uitenhage at the Auto Pavilion, and also follow the rally through the spectator guide that's online as well, and it would be great to see some fans also coming out to support the VW cars.
No, I'm sure. Listen, rallying, it's always great fun to go and watch certain stages on rallies. Is there any part, Gugu, that out of this rally that you have any concerns for? Is it just sort of, well, you know what, it's another rally and we'll just go?
Well, the nice thing, Sasha, is that we're back on traditional rally roads as opposed to the Gauteng rally that we had earlier on. So the stages are quite flowy, and it's proper stages out in the forest. The only biggest worry that we have currently is just the weather being very nasty and having a lot of mud patches and so on. But I think in the end, it's all going to affect everybody, and one needs to be able to survive. I'm currently looking forward to the Culturama stage, which is by far my most favorite stage, but also possibly one of the fastest stages and most dangerous stages in the calendar. In looking at my history, I've really run well here, and I think I'm going to try out and push for a top 10 overall finish again and a win in our class as well.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, Gugu. All we can say is, listen, very, very good luck to you and the whole team, and I think specifically for VW on this terrific milestone in rally in South Africa. And be safe, and hope you win it, my friend.
Sasha, thank you very much. Certainly myself as well as the BP Volkswagen team will be certainly giving a show to the locals down here. And we want to say thanks to everybody else that's been sending some great messages on Twitter and Facebook to wish us well for this weekend. Thank you very much, Matt.
All right, my friend, take it easy. There we go. Gugu Zulu, who'll be taking part, of course, this weekend in the VW Rally. Don't forget,
Gearz on bulls.co.za with Sasha Martinengo.
He's kept himself out of trouble.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.